Hello friends. Friends, you are welcome to my YouTube channel Arun Mehta Quality Talk. Become agribusiness and quality expert in 100 days. Under this series, today is my 34th episode. And this episode, I am going to talk about one new topic, pre-cooling. My today's topic is magic impact of pre-cooling in increasing shelf life and loss reduction of fresh produce. Today, I am going to discuss about what is pre-cooling, what are the benefits of pre-cooling, and how much time pre-cooling should be done, and what are the various methods of pre-cooling commercially used. Friends, my name is Arun Mehta and you are watching my YouTube channel Arun Mehta Quality Talk. So let's talk first about what is pre-cooling. Actually, pre-cooling is a rapidly removal of field heat from the freshly harvested produce before it is transported, stored, or processed. In this process, produce is cooled rapidly to the desired temperature at which the produce will be further handled or transported or stored in the cool chain soon after harvest. So one thing is very important in this case, this is a first step towards a cold chain of horticulture produce. And the important thing is that pre-cooled produce should never be exposed to the further handling, storage, etc. at high temperature. Pre-cooled produce should be transported and stored at the low temperature only. Otherwise, you will not get the real benefit of pre-cooling. So let's talk about what are the benefits of pre-cooling. Why pre-cooling is done. The first benefit is it helps slow down the respiration rate of the produce. As you know that after harvest, produce respire very fast. So when you pre-cool the produce, it slow down its respiration rate. The second benefit of pre-cooling is it reduces ethylene production and delays the ripening of the fruits. And the third benefit is it reduces moisture loss and shriveling of the produce. If you do not do the pre-cooling, produce will have a more moisture loss and it will also get shriveled. So it reduces that drastically. And the fourth benefit of pre-cooling is it reduces and inhibit growth of decay-causing microorganisms. As you know that all the microorganisms grow rapidly at high temperature. But when after harvesting you do the pre-cooling of the produce, so it reduces the multiplication of these microorganisms in the produce. And fifth benefit is it reduces the load of the cooling system in transport and storage chamber. When you load unpre-cooled produce in the transport vehicle, which is a referred vehicle, it will give more load. But when pre-cooled produce is loaded in the reefer van, it reduces the load of transportation system. So these were the benefits of pre-cooling, and with these reasons pre-cooling is done. Now the question is how much time pre-cooling should be done. Actually, there is no fixed limit for any product. it is depend upon the following factors. The first factor is the difference in temperature between the produce and the cooling system. That impact very much. And the second factor is the rate of heat transfer. The rate of heat transfer from produce to the cooling medium, which also depend upon the size and shape of the fruits and vegetables. And the third factor is accessibility of the cooling medium to the produce by method of a packaging and stacking method produce. And the fourth factor is the kind of cooling medium we use. So all these factors affect the timing and decide what time produce should be pre-cooled. Now let's talk about what are the various commercial methods used for pre-cooling of the produce. So there are 6 methods are very popular. In these 6 methods, first 2 are more popular than others. So these methods are, first is room cooling, and second is forced air cooling, third is hydro cooling, fourth is hydro air cooling, and the fifth method is contact icing or package icing, and sixth is vacuum cooling. As I told, these first 2 methods are very popular. So let's talk about room cooling. Room cooling is a most popular method or widely used in our country. In this method, the produce is stored in the cold room chamber with proper ventilation in the boxes, carton or crate. You can store the produce either in the crate, boxes or carton which have a ventilation, some holes are there, and exposed to the cold air. Heat exchange occurs by conduction, but the important thing is this cooling is that air circulation must be at least 60 meter per minute. The air circulation is very important in room cooling, where it should be at least 60 meter per minute. Now talk about second method, which is forced air cooling. This method is also used to pre-cool the produce which are highly perishable. In this method, cool air is forced through the package vents around each piece of the produce. Cooling time can be 1/6 or 1/10 of the required for the room cooling, but high humidity is very important to maintain this pre-cooler. Grapes is processed in this method at 0 degree centigrade temperature and 90 to 95% RH, which takes minimum 6 to 8 hours to cool down to bring the temperature to 0 to 1 degree centigrade. This method is very useful for most of the fruits and vegetables and fresh flowers which can be hydro cooled. Now third method is hydro. In this method, cooling is done by contact with cold water. We all know that water is great heat capacity than air. Hence, heat is removed faster than forced air cooling system. Hydro cooling can be done by showering or immersing the produce on the conveyor belt. It can also be, we can also add ice in the water to make it further cool or to make temperature 0. This is a faster method of cooling, and also in this method, very important thing is dehydration of produce is very less. The last method of cooling is contact or top icing or package icing system. You must have seen that when sometimes you are sending some samples or sending some small quantities from one place to another place, we are using ice pack in the insulated boxes. So that's the same method. So in this method, finally crushed ice or ice mixture with liquid ice 40%, water 60%, and ice with 0.1% salt is sprayed or blown over the top of the load. This method is useful mainly for pre-cooling of the produce and maintaining temperature during transit, especially perishables such as leafy vegetables. Nowadays, these ice packs are coming, which can be used under this method. And next method is vacuum cooling. So this method is basically done by putting the produce in an airtight chamber. In vacuum cooling, some equipments are required, some vacuum chamber is required. So you have to put the produce in the airtight chamber and rapidly pump out the air and water vapor. Water is vaporized and in the vacuum chamber under the lower pressure, and cooling done by evaporation of water from the produced surface. Vegetables having high surface to volume ratio such as leafy vegetables, celery, leek, asparagus are ideal suited for such type of cooling. Moisture loss in this method is high. It ranges from 1.55% to 5% in different communities. So friends, today I discussed about the pre-cooling. So this was basically part 1 of my pre-cooling topic. Next time I will do the part 2 of this subject. And next topic I will cover in part 2 merits and demerits of various pre-cooling methods in fresh produce business. So I hope you learned something new in this. Friends, this video I am making for the students, for the agri professionals of my country, and I hope you will be watching my videos, and I can give guarantee if you will watch all my video, because I promise you to make 100 videos under this target. Basically, I started this series to make 100 videos, and I am taking guarantee if you will watch all 100 video, there is no need of reading any book, no need of going here and there, and you will become quality and retail expert. If you like my video, please don't forget to press the like button. If you are not subscribed my channel so far, please do it now, and wait for my next video. Till that time, be happy, remain healthy, and keep watching my videos. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks. Jai Hind.